Hello, 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 everybody. I hope you're doing well. Happy friggin' Wednesday to you. Hello, Mac. Hello, Grizzly. Rio. Anyone else that's in the stream? I hope you're having a good start to your week. Well, you may have, if you're in the US, you probably had a holiday yesterday. If you're in Canada, like I am, we had a holiday on Monday. So yeah, we're back with some Red Dead. I was having some problems. I was playing it on Xenia, and it crashed my PC in the middle of stream. So bit the bullet, bought it on Xbox, $29.99. Can't complain. It looks awesome. Mac was wondering, you're hoping for a remake. I don't know what I'm hoping for, so I think it depends on the execution for me. So there's arguments for both. Remake, do I really want John to have to worry about like food and water in Red Dead 1? Like, I don't know if they... I agree with Remake. I don't know if I want to see it exactly as Red Dead 2. However, there's a lot of things from Red Dead 2 I'd like to see come over. Like the horse controls, for example. The horse controls in Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2 are substantially different. I'd love to see that here. I'd like to see an improvement in the character models. Like, they look good, but they still have that, like, 2000-ish, like, 2000 to 2010 kind of bizarre look on some of the NPCs. It's tough, though. I don't know what I want, whether a remake or a remaster. Well, all sorts of stuff going on here, man. That's a good point, Mac. Like, as long as they don't go the route of essentially making Red Dead 1 a DLC for Red Dead 2. Because as I'm playing through it, I'm like, oh man, these are two such different games. Like, we wouldn't want to lose things like the fame. Like, that's something we wouldn't see in Red Dead 2. And I do like how alive, at least Armadillo is. There's so much going on. I mean, amazing things happen when there's no collar around, I guess. But yeah, let's go see Mr. Wes Dickens. I'm pumped to be playing this again. If you're just joining, make sure to smash that like button. Give it a little bit of love. I'll even go on camera on here in a bit. My tired ass drinking my coffee. My coffee cup, though, doesn't lie. It says, "Good morning, handsome." How's the volume and everything, folks? Are you able to hear it all right? Making some little adjustments. This is my first time streaming with my Xbox, so let me know if something's sounding a little weird. Game sound is off. It's not, but let's try to make it work. I wonder if it's an Elgato setting. Let's do a little quick look here. Oh, we'll get you there, buddy. Hold on here. Elgato. I know there's a way to get to this. Elgato sound capture, okay. See if we can get here. See if we can get this fixed. Yeah, because we want sound. It's not an unreasonable ask. I did a recording earlier and it had sound, so let's see why this does not. Okay, let's see here. Just bear with me, folks. Get this as optimal as we can. Friggin' technology. Let's go take a look at all of our apps here. Get to our Elgatos. Let's go to Game Capture, see what's up. Thank you all for your patience. Game audio. So let's make sure this knows it's an Xbox. Because I see a little bit of sound there, but it does seem low, but maybe it's absolutely nothing. Okay, let's see, here's that. I'm just taking a look at OBS. So if I go here, do y'all hear this gun I'm about to shoot? Hey, Whale Shark, how you doing? Yeah, the volume's up as loud as it can go on OBS. However, I'm taking a look to see if I can turn it up on here. So it knows it's an Xbox. Audio. Okay, let's see here. Give it one more second, see if we can get her turned up. Okay, so we get that. I might be able to do some things here in the advanced audio properties. Hold on. What happens if I do this? I'm cranking up the old decibels on her. Is that any better? I can continue doing that. Yeah, a couple little audio changes here. So if we go... Oh, let's go 15. Okay. How's this? Does that sound crazy? I haven't messed with audio like this. I think that was the problem, is the decibels. By default, for whatever reason, the Xbox One's really down. I know, right, Grizzly? We just got it on Xbox is the only way to play it right now, unless you have like an old PS3. What the hell are you doing, John? Oh, let's go see Wes Dickens. This should be improved, though. Let me know if it's too loud or anything. Oh, yeah, I'm pumped. You know what? I'd feel pretty positive that we are getting one. As positive as we can be in absence of an announcement from Rockstar, just due to, you know, the South Korean ratings board just doesn't rate games. They rate games that are submitted to them. Colin Moriarty, who's a pretty well-known ex-IGN editor, does a huge-ass podcast. Said he's seen proof of it, so we'll see. Yeah, or PC emulator. That's what I was playing on, Grizzly. I was playing on Xenia, but screw that, dude. It crashed my computer every time I launched it for whatever reason after the first or second time. And Nigel West Dickens. We never got him in Red Dead 2. You're really hoping for something for RDO in the future, Mac? Me too. You haven't played it in a few months, and exploring Mexico with a new DLC would be amazing. It certainly would. I'd be curious about the monthly event being moved. Here's what I would look for. Because what Rockstar does now is they actually send the monthly event details, like the day before, to a bunch of people. Like a bunch of, like, you know, YouTubers as well as people on Twitter. I don't get it. But if we get one of those and it says anything, that's what you want to be looking for. Or if they don't send anything. So that would be next week. So we'll see. I love going to Mexico, though. I'm looking forward to going to Mexico here and hearing a little bit of far away. Definitely going to be demonetized for that, though. Nice, man. Nice. I'm glad you saw it. There's a lot of activity, and the thing is, it's the one that really put it over the edge for me is Colin Moriarty. That guy's a pretty credible dude. I'll be happier to see Jason Schreier and or Tom Henderson, who are, you know, notorious for being able to get some of this information, for them to drop something. But, you know, we'll see what happens. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I feel pretty good about it. Like, it still holds up pretty good. Like, this looks so much better than when I played it. I originally played it on PlayStation. You might not be aware, but the PS4 or the PS3 version of it is only in 640p. I will say, I hope... Can someone let me know if the volume sounds reasonable? I know it's really quiet with my headset plugged in, which I find weird. Lumbago!
Acute chronic sciatic, neurologic, or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article that cures headaches, neuralgia, earache, toothache, backache, swelling, sprains, sore chest, swelling of the throat, contracted cords and muscles, anxieties and ravaged nerves, stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, and it adds vitality and vigor to the healthy man. But can you prove it, old man? Oh, I'm sure there's some customer here who could prove the quality.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think they, you know, they may want to make some story changes. I don't know. Like, integrate some Arthur in it. And I'll be real with you. Rockstar is a company right now. Some of the themes in this, they may adjust. I don't remember enough to comment on it. Like, I know Dutch kind of grabbed a band of, like, native folks. But Rockstar doesn't like making native folks the enemy. I can't blame them, but at all. So, you know, I that's the thing that kind of... I don't remember enough of the content to comment on it. But that said, I don't think they changed anything in the definitive editions, content-wise, that I can remember. Also, mentions of Arthur, stuff that would drive more consistency between the two stories. That would be my dream. Like, honestly, now that I think about it, a remake, this is a classic, love it. They want to remake it. If it's a remake, hopefully will come with enough changes, like referencing of Arthur. A little bit more story consistency. Like, there's a couple things that don't mesh, and I can't remember all what they are between RDR 1 and 2. Maybe John learns how to swim. The last thing Arthur ever showed me was how to swim. Okay, shoot the skull on the porch of the house. What skull are they talking about?
Shoot it now, my friend, while the elixir is at its strongest.
I don't see no skull. Oh, it's that skull, the shiny one. Yeah, 13 years. It's wild, eh? I remember playing this, my stuff was all packed up, and I was getting ready to move to America. And I lived in America for a year and a half.
My friends, our test case has been challenged to shoot a gentleman's hat out of the sky above our heads.
But I remember going into Mexico and thinking this is the most amazing game I played at that time.
Let's just see how sharp you is with a moving target.
Honestly, Mac, it really does.
Get ready to shoot that hat.
Is he gonna oh. Is he gonna throw it?
See?
I learned that from my big brother, Arthur.
Plucked out of the sky.
Hey! Hey! What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and walk away, do you? They ain't gonna work like that. Come on! Are you a man or not?
A challenge
There's a squeaky noise.
offered to our volunteer.
What's squeaking noise? Oh, I have no idea, Omega.
You have nothing to fear.
I've got, oh shoot, the head using Deadeye. Sorry, I got distracted by a comment. But no, thanks for letting me know. Return to the fight. Okay. And maybe update controls, because I'm using right trigger to fight. It's my first time streaming the Xbox, so it's been a little weird. Like, the audio was super low.
There it is. Skeptics and
I'm going to pause it for a hot second. I just want to have a quick listen here. You won't hear me for 1 second. All right, I'm back. Hopefully the squeaking news left, or squeaking noise. Thank you for your patience, folks. Again, it's my first time streaming from my Xbox, and this is the only way to play Red Dead. I went back and listened. The squeaking noise seemed to be coming from my speakers. They are all the way down. Let me know if it still persists. Thank you for your assistance in troubleshooting. I appreciate that. The least I want to do is be able to bring you decent quality. Hey, Ashton, how you doing, buddy? Wait, hold on. This might fix it.
do not let this
No, desktop audio's off.
Look, he's over there. Go get him. Watch out. He's gotta go.
Now the squeak is still here? Okay.
You ain't leaving here.
I'm playing it digitally. Hold on. Just to troubleshoot. Is the squeaking gone? That way I can tell if it's from the game or... "16-year-old Omega" didn't come out in 2010. That fixed it? Okay. You know what it is? It has to do with the OBS decibels. So I'm going to try to mess with this here real quick. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the same as just plugging the PlayStation in. Okay, squeak still happening? Or no squeak?
Beware of the Greeks burying gifts, sir. Williamson had better beware. We will make them into Trojans. I don't rightly get you.
We're going to eliminate the squeak.
He can come across as a little curious, but I'm sure you two will get on. He's most often found at Coots Chapel. He's very devout.
Why see him?
Because between him and me, we can get those gates to open for you, and you can walk right in, just like in Homer's great Trojan yarn.
Yeah, because I can see it on here. I wonder what the heck it is. What if I do this? It'll make it very low. Gosh, can't things just work? That'd be nice, right? It's Xbox. It's a Series S. So I've got my Series S plugged into my Elgato the same way I would do it on PlayStation. There's nothing special audio that needs to be done that I'm aware of. Yeah, I wonder what it is. Monitor off. Yeah, I picked up a Series S over the holidays. They were on sale. I got it over Christmas when they were on sale. I barely play it. Yes, man. I've been playing the Demonologist that on a PC. That shit's been crazy. Nice. Got myself a property. One thing I do like about Red Dead 1, fast travel. Just from anywhere to anywhere. Oh, we got to set up a camp, though. The squeak is them applying all the upscaling. Okay, we want to actually, where are we going? To a camp. Why is everyone here a mod? Because they're all wonderful. Not everyone's a mod. Rio's not a mod yet. Let's make Rio a mod. Because he's great. What's the difference between S and X? S is like the digital version. Less powerful. And the X is the non-digital version. And not as powerful. But a really good price to get into next-gen gaming. Because they get the cool blue wrenches. The least I can do for the people that come in and support me. That is why. And welcome, Darkest. Oh, Johnny boy. Let's set up our camp now. You have a mini fridge. It takes you 16 seconds to load up. To RDR. Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing's probably fast. Maybe we'll check out some Red Dead multiplayer. Hey, welcome. Where do we want to go? McFarland's? Yeah, we'll go see Bonnie. Miss McFarland. Sea of Thieves, yeah. It's, you know, if we play a game, Omega, I like to play Sea of Thieves. I've tried playing it by myself, but it's definitely not a game like when you're starting out. Or at least I didn't find, like, it great to jump in. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Look at John with his little slow walk.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston.
Maybe one day, my dude.
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarlane.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't even have Red Dead 2 on Xbox. I gotta complete the trifecta. Got it on PC, got it on PlayStation. Nice, Mac. It might be the time. They may even have I've heard rumors of a new digital one coming out that's going to be a little bit more affordable because shit's expensive.
Lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east.
I heard about a Monkey Island update coming to Sea of Thieves.
For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men.
Yeah, they have a lot of, like, they've done a really good job in supporting that game.
And smallpox. Terrible winters. Cholera. I've buried more of my children than I raised. Sorry to hear that, sir. I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herd of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once got a
Like, for a remaster remake of this, it would be nice to see maybe some updates to some of the NPC models. I don't know, though. I just don't know. It's tough.
covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, all right, Williamson,
You also got the skeleton curse in it. Okay.
you like him or the flesh. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean. You may be right, sir. You're a brave man. And you're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around, spying, secret mission. Preposterous. Trust me, sir. I agree.
Preposterous.
Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is it? Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
You're so passionate for Sea of Thieves as you were Red Dead, all the way up until Cockstar cucked it and shot him in the kneecap. Yeah, you're not wrong. Absolutely, Mac. I'm excited to see what there's a little, I don't know if you call it a leak, but it was Tom Henderson, I think, put out some stuff around factions. Not factions, but the Last of Us multiplayer that's coming out. Like the character names and some other stuff. Yo, Ultimate Lumbago. Welcome. Modded Zombie says, Red Dead Redemption on PC is amazing. Playing the Virgin What Gut Leak. I don't know what the Virgin What Gut Leak. I'm not sure if I understand. I was playing it on Xenia, but that didn't work well. You need your Dutch Vanderlyn Art of Anthropology and 4K Ultra HD, 60 frames a second. Yes. I will say a big improvement on this would be 60 frames a second. But then you'll get people on console that'll be mad that's not in Red Dead 2 yet. Yeah, I still gotta play the second Last of Us. Although some people say don't, it's, you know, when I look at the reason why they're saying don't, it doesn't make sense to me. They're like, oh, it's the most technologically advanced game of all time, but I hate the story. I'm like, I mean, I can get past that when I'm playing a game. I could hate a story and still find it an interesting game.
You gonna use that rope or not?
L2 to... Okay. It's a little different with the weapon wheel. Yeah, I thought that looked kind of cool.
Pull that damn rope, Marston.
Come on, boy.
Hang on to that rope, Marston.
Are we both taking this one?
Come on, come on, come on.
That's it. Now hold on to it. Come on.
Oh. Good job, John. We'll make a rancher review yet. I mean, he's been a rancher for some years at this point. I want to get a bull later. Oh, no, John. Almost. Do we still go after it? So Omega says the only way an RDR remaster would work would be to remake it in the style of RDR2. The art style needs to be updated, and all around just remove the clunkiness of the original. Yeah, and that's the tough thing because I don't know the scope of work of that. Would they do that? At what point does it become an RDR2 DLC and not the original game, which is a different game? I don't want to flail my arms wildly. I just want to stay on the horse. It depends what they want to accomplish. You know, if the end goal is sales, I would remake it, the whole thing. Like, I would remake it, you know, keep the same story, of course, but add things, add references. But if you start adding things like, you know, hunger and thirst, then you start adding, having to add whole other systems to the game that were never in the game. Are we supposed to get another horse? Oh, yeah, okay. Go crazy. But that said, one thing I've heard about Red Dead 1 is that the code is an absolute mess. And maybe remaking it in RDR2's engine. And I don't know what the complexity is of it. Maybe they've made these, like, you know, maybe it's been made to make things a lot easier. Like, one thing a lot of people aren't aware of, there was data mining. So Red Dead came out on... No, I don't want that. I want my lasso. There was data mining that someone did on Red Dead when it first came out on PlayStation. Now, that's an incredibly hard thing to do. Data mining PlayStation, because you need a modded PlayStation. Like, there's a cost investment there. All I need to do... Shit. All I need to... Left stick, not right stick. No wonder that didn't work. All I need in PC is an application. But from the data mining in Red Dead 1, there was LOD models, and I forget what LOD actually stands for, but models for the buildings in Mexico. So maybe, you know, they're implementing a vision that they had, you know, from the beginning. I don't know. After a scope of work, I just don't know because I don't know enough about the tools that they use. Let's get this damn horse broken. Man, I want to go horseback riding. I haven't been for years. I worked at a horsemanship camp all growing up. I went there from when I was 5 till I was 14. And then I was a camp counselor from, 14 to 19. And now I'm simply 20 years old. Hello, fellow youth. Just kidding. Omega says, what I honestly hope for is, what your girlfriend brought up to me, is that you hope and pray that this RDR1 remaster is just what the Red Dead team is working on. And when they release it, they go back to updating RDO. That would be awesome. I'd love to see updates to RDO. That said, do I want to see a new Red Dead game? Yes, as well. Yeah, those Mexico buildings. They were never in the PC version. They were actually removed from the files. Like, you know, Red Dead 1.0 release came out. Some dude with a modded PlayStation used the appropriate applications to data mine it. Gets all these things. When it comes out in PC, it's gone. So they went to enough effort to remove it, which is interesting. Because they don't remove a lot of things. They'll just say, fuck it. Like for Red Dead Online, they're not like, oh, we're... Except properties, they did remove those ones. But a lot of the stuff in Red Dead Online that we never got, they never removed it. As well as, if you look at the modders that Take-Two has gone after. one of the big one was making a Red Dead Redemption 1 project, and if you look at their legal filing, they're talking about how, you know, this takes away our market for PC because we haven't released this game yet. If they're going to put the legal effort into it, you know, it makes you think something's cooking. I mean, because let's say GTA Definitive Edition sold 20 million copies. Red Dead and Undead Nightmare coupled together, I think you're easily selling 10 million copies. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. GTA 5 sold like wildfire. San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 3 sold well. They didn't sell like GTA 5, though. There's so much in there. Maybe they'll give up on Red Dead Online and they'll focus on Red Dead Redemption 1 multiplayer, which is actually pretty fun, but it's not as fun as Red Dead Online. But they do have Undead Overrun, which is pretty cool. Wait, where are you talking, Bonnie? Oh, let's ride behind the herd. I agree, man. One thing I find interesting that a lot of YouTubers and news articles got wrong is that, you know, Rockstar canceled GTA 4. Like, I think this rumor is wrong, to be honest. Saying they canceled a Red Dead 1 remake and a GTA, like, 4 remake because of the Definitive Edition. The Definitive Edition sucked, first and foremost. 2, it was incredibly successful. Like, selling 20 million copies of a game is wild. Selling 1 million copies of a game is really good. Final Fantasy 16 was... Oh, I abandoned the herd? Okay. Because I was paying attention to the herd. That's a fair concern, Mac. I hope it wouldn't be. I think they're two different things, though. For one, I don't think anyone else will be working on it other than Rockstar. Maybe it's a vendor, but I don't think it would be like Grove Street Games. But maybe they're talking about developing a mobile edition of Red Dead. But one thing that is clear, though, it isn't Grove Street. Grove Street is currently working on something huge, which isn't with Rockstar. I don't know whether or not their partnership is over. But the reason I think it would have to be Rockstar is that it's a mess. Like, from what I understand, it's quite surprising that Red Dead actually works. And the code is like... It is a mess. So maybe that's another motivation or another defining factor that gets him moved over to, you know, Red Dead's world. I'll tell you, the dream would be... You know what's funny? The dream wouldn't be, for me, a Red Dead Remastered. It might be Red Dead Redemption 1 DLC for Red Dead 2. Get over here. Because it would be very cool to play John's story, have Mexico, all in Red Dead 2's world, but as well seeing Saint Denis and Blackwater a couple years in the future. You know, there'd be some cars around. You know, Dutch comes at you in a car in here. But what I do hope the Definitive Edition did say, hey, you know, we've got to take more care on our releases. You don't want to mess with nostalgia. You mess with nostalgia for people, they get pissed. Yeah, this was held together with hopes and dreams, I think, Omega. Like, it's tough because it's kind of like, the more you move it to Red Dead, or Red Dead 2, the more it becomes like a DLC. So I think, you know, it's two very different scenarios. You get Red Dead 1, polished, updated visuals. You know, maybe we get the volumetric clouds. That would be kind of cool. I know that sounds like a small thing, but the clouds do look really nice. Honestly, Omega, me too. And maybe that's what they end up doing. It's cool that there's a number of different scenarios that could actually end up happening. I definitely would too. And if you think, just talking through it from like a monetization standpoint, you know, imagine if they could do a little reboot of Red Dead 2 Online, which isn't unheard of. I mean, I think a perfect example is, you know, I've been playing Final Fantasy 16, I love it. I played Final Fantasy 14, I don't love it, but what I respect is they brought that game back from the dead. Like, that game was dead on arrival. It sucked. It was terrible. I believe they took it offline for a little bit, relaunched it, and it's been successful for years and years, and people love it. I agree, Mac. If you look at the timing of the Definitive Edition, it was about they announced it like a week after the South Korean ratings board. I looked at a few more. It's ranged between a week and a month. I think it was. If I even go back to my recent video, I'm trying to remember. There were some other ones I looked at that I didn't include in the video. I think Mafia, GTA Definitive Edition. That place leaks piles of games. Get over here. What are you doing? One thing that I want to see, though, like the horse controls in Red Dead 1, they're okay. But I'd rather see updated horse controls from Red Dead 2 in it. No matter what, whether it's a remaster or remake. I think that's something they would need to do. Because if you jump from Red Dead 2 to Red Dead 1, it's a bit jarring. Like the riding, it's not bad. Get out of the way. Oh, we got the stallion here. Playing these missions bring back so many memories from when this came out. Because I got this right away. At that stage in my life, I love Western games. And the only one I really liked at that point, I didn't like Revolver as much as I liked Gun. Like, if you would have told me around the time when Red Dead Revolver and Gun came out, that Red Dead Revolver was going to be the successful franchise, I would have been like, you're joking. Like, it was good, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, Gun was better than Revolver, but Redemption blew it out of the water.
Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Nearly there. Oh,
The emergency stop, Omega, I just saw that briefly as I moved my head for a second.
I got you. You're mine now. Oh, shit.
Oh, you stupid horse. Okay, he needs to come to the emergency stop. No, I think I'll fail the mission if I do that. You gonna slow down, fella? That old stamina meter must be depleting. It's kind of like if I come close to, like, even... Okay, I guess I can come within lasso distance. Yeah, he needs to come to the emergency stop.
I got you now.
What else would be good? I think on next generation consoles, or on PS5 at least, adaptive triggers. Because I think if it... Here's the complicated thing. If this becomes a remake of Red Dead 1 in the Red Dead 2 world, some of the things I want are features that aren't even in Red Dead 2 yet. Oh, come on, you stupid horse. Did I get him? Nice. And that's some of the argument that I kind of think about for a just a standalone doing its own thing definitive edition is that, you know, are they going to add these features? Like if this gets 60 frames a second, Does Red Dead 2 on consoles get 60 frames a second?
Calm down. Here we go. Calm it down. Come on. Come on. Nearly got it. Hold on.
I can't see! Yeah, we got him. Let's take a look at the chat here. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's so much potential. I don't know, we're going to have to see. I hope we do hear something soon. Red Dead Online is poised for a patch. No, I abandoned Bonnie. Please don't make me catch that horse again. Oh, yeah, we're gonna. I mean, gosh, it'd be nice to have the ragdoll physics in this, because we don't quite have the same ragdoll physics. Can't keep any horses. Mine's throwing me off. But we could use, like, the updated weapon wheel look. Maybe the energy and the horse stuff that we have, like, around the map. Like, let's say, for example, let's say they don't go with Remake and they just go with Remaster. Let's look at this guy. Update to the health core, like, your actual health would look kind of cool. But I don't know, then you get into the whole core system of RDR2. Give John some swimming lessons. We're gonna do this time. Bonnie, we're not gonna abandon you, I promise. Easy. We got him. Now let's go back to Bonnie. You don't think you wouldn't buy a remaster, just play the story last year? That's fair. I guess, what is the dividing line between a remake and a remaster? So I guess remaster would be the same game, no new content, updated visuals, I'm guessing. I'm trying to think of some good examples. One of the best remasters I saw, but I just don't know the differences between the two, but I do know it looked good. And I just saw the old one and the new one. I just don't know if there's new content, was Mafia. Hey, Emily, how you doing? How's our air quality? You know, it's okay. It's going to be a little worse in my lungs in a moment. But, you know, we had some bad wildfires. Like, I was 10 minutes from being evacuated. Like, a 10-minute drive away, the areas that were being evacuated. But they're all right now for us. A month ago, much worse. Though, the worst wildfires we've ever had in this province. 100 people lost their homes, like, 10 minutes from us. What about yourself? Yeah. And the thing that's tougher is, okay, definitive. We'll talk through this for a second. Definitive edition. Oh, right on, Seth. I think that's Seth. I'd like to get this volume fixed. Let me see here. I'm gonna try a couple things here real quick. Let me know if it how it works. So I'm gonna crank up the decibels a bit. What am I getting that music for? Here, we'll get ourselves camped here. Well, let's take a look at our map. See what we got going on. But I'm just seeing if I can get the volume up a bit on this. Let's go. Is the squeaking there? May not be very. I'm just trying to some incremental improvements. Again, first time streaming Xbox. Apparently, the same settings on PS2 don't really work. That makes sense, Mac. I probably wouldn't. You know what's funny? Now that I got this and I'm playing through it, I probably wouldn't either. Now, if I didn't play it, it might be a different story. Emily says in California we send herds of goats into the wilderness to eat brush and seeds. It helps prevent wildfires. Okay, nice. It is such a beautiful game. You haven't played it? Do you have an Xbox, Emily? This would be probably the only way you could play it right now. You can play it on computer via an emulator, but it's kind of buggy. Yeah, depending on what they come out with. If they called it Red Dead the Definitive Edition, and here's what if it included new story content, so I could live with it not being in the RDR2 world if it included new content. New content and new mechanics, I could probably, because I'm such a super fan, I would probably get it. You know, let's take a look at what we actually have for missions and where we want to go here. Do we got anything in Armadillo? No. Where's Seth? Isn't Seth around Armadillo? Let's go up to Valentine. Gosh, I am right there. Yeah, we'll go see Seth. I love this, though. Okay, put a waypoint on. Travel to waypoint. Such a cheeky little feature. Oh yeah, Cooth Chapel. Can you get into it in Red Dead 1? Okay, yeah. Because you can't in Red Dead 2, can you? Can you? I don't remember. Oh, let's go see Seth. There is a NPC model for Seth that was added to Red Dead Online. I wonder why they never used it. This guy.
Excuse me, are you Seth? Who are you? I'm a friend of Mr. West Pickens.
Oh, the thing that I was talking about, a difference between definitive. Hey, Mega. Thanks for hanging out, man.
I need your help, Seth. We need your help. Me and Mr. West.
I know people thought they heard his voice for like grave robbing. There are still piles of Telegram mission lines that aren't used, eh? I don't know if you remember some of the videos, Mac. I did them a while ago that covered some of the Telegram mission lines. Josiah has 300 lines. About 30 to 40 that were used. And I've broken them down into missions. So there's a bunch of Telegram missions that aren't there that actually seem better than the ones we have.
I never would have done that to him. Never.
Who did this to you?
My partner. My boy, my man. I don't have the facility to tell you what I would have done for that man. And what I would
There would be such a... The thing that makes it tricky is, okay, you look at the GTA Definitive Edition. They were PS2 era games. They look like good-looking PS2 era games.
What is, friend?
Versus Red Dead 1, or Red Dead 1, which was a middle era PS3 game that looked fantastic. That jump, where this still looks as good, I would say, as like AAA games now, but as an indie game, this looks like an indie game coming out in 2023, like a good-looking indie game. So they have to do a lot to really make it sellable and better. Like, all the shit that went on with the GTA Definitive Edition aside, one thing they did really interestingly that I appreciated, I don't know how much I like it, but I appreciate it, is the difference in visuals. You look at, like, you know, the difference in cutscenes, the difference in characters. What do you do with Red Dead to gain that same level of improvement? Because they're at different starting points. So do you get what I mean? That's kind of something I was thinking about that's a little tough. And the only way is really to make it look like Red Dead 2. Like, otherwise you're getting this version. Like, I don't know what other improvements you're going to make. Like, outside of doing, like, this is already in 4K. Like, if I'm playing on my TV, this is, I believe it's 4K on the Xbox version. That said, if you look at the starting point for PlayStation players, they've got a game that doesn't... Because it didn't run great on PlayStation. It was pretty buggy. Heck, it was pretty buggy on this. My second mission when I was playing last night, I got stuck in a loading screen. Same, man. I'm using all the trickery I can to try to find out, Mac. Do you want to hear of a sneaky thing I'm trying to do? Maybe I'll do it for science. I was thinking of setting up another YouTube channel and finding some, like, modded Red Dead content and be like, here's the definitive, here's, like, the released one, just for the purpose, not to clickbait. I mean, I wouldn't get anything from it anyway. It'd be a new channel. But to see if Rockstar removes it. That's the sneaky shit I was thinking of doing. Because that's what they did to a guy on Twitter. He posted screenshots of a mod he made, said, Red Dead Redemption, and it was the same day as the GTA leaks. He's like, not a good day for Rockstar. Red Dead Remastered leaked. And Take-Two took it down, even though it was a mod that he made. So, if they start taking down stuff, that's one way you'll know. That would be pretty badass, Emily. I agree, though. They have to go backwards, because I think Red Dead 1 ends with the Wild West. The only kind of additional story I think you can get out of Red Dead 1 would be called, like, The Last Outlaw. Jack Marston. Because that boy be the last outlaw. Coming from a different age. Picture it again. Jack Marston, 70 years old or so, on Woodstock, at Woodstock, partying on acid, talking to some youth, being like, I'll tell you a story about my childhood. I don't know what that would be. Howdy, Josie. How you doing, buddy? Civil War would be interesting. That'd be touchy, though. It shouldn't be touchy, though. I mean, honestly. And it makes me think of kind of, you know, what's Rockstar's... Rockstar's a different company than they were in 2010. And I'm not a purist where I'm like, you know, keep the, like, you know, I like this original tale. I don't want it to die. But I wonder if they're going to be comfortable with releasing some of the, well, because they did make changes to GTA. They did remove some things that it's like, okay, it's not consistent with their values now. But I don't think there's anything too bad in Red Dead. I think the worst thing is Dutch's manipulation of the indigenous folks, which, I hate to say it, is historically accurate of white people in that era. Old man Jack in Woodstock talking about how he fought back the Nazis and communists after all that cowboy stuff. Yeah. He would have had a crazy... Man, if Jack Marston went to wars, so he would have been born in what, like 1895. He probably would have fought in World War I. You know, he would have been a distinguished officer by the time World War II came. And yeah, he would have been fighting the Red Curtain a little bit. I guess I really appreciated the way... And you know, the story, Dutch manipulated the indigenous folks. He did the same thing in the first one, so I guess it's not an out of this world story from what they would say now. But again, I haven't played it in so long, I just don't remember. What? What the hell? Guys, I'm here to help. I guess I can't mess that one up. Okay, I guess steal the deputy's horse. I wasn't really paying attention. Bye-bye. Stealing your shitty horse. Holy smokes. That would be cool, Mac. Like, they made it pretty clear where they stood on the first one. I was happy to hear kind of Hosea as they finished chapter 1 and Rains Fall. I think it was Rains Falls, or was it Eagle Flies? I forget. Was watching them. And he's like, yeah, they got kind of screwed out here. And you got to address that. You got to. I don't want to see them just portrayed as nameless savages. I'm not cool with that. My wife's indigenous. And so it makes me feel pretty gross, you know? But I think that would be cool. Yeah, he's such a good actor. Graham Greene, Canadian legend. Here's a cool story I'll tell you. My mom, I'm super proud of her. She's a playwright. She can say that now. She's written a play. It's been on the radio. It's about a guy named Donald Marshall Jr. It's a story from Nova Scotia, Canada. And an Indigenous guy in the 80s was accused of a murder he didn't commit. Spent over 15 years in jail. And the reason he was accused, such bad policing, racism. You know, he was just another drunk Indian that killed someone in their eyes in the 80s. It was so gross. But my mom, who's not Native, but she handled it quite well, worked very closely with his family, brought the story to life in a play that I got a chance to see. It's been live a couple times. It's been produced by the Canadian Broadcast Corporation. The story's called Justice Denied, the Donald Marshall story. Interesting story. Like, this man spent a decade in jail for a murder he clearly didn't commit due to real bad policing. "1928 Prohibition. Marcel DLC. We'll take it." So yeah, super proud of my mums for that. It's a story she's always been interested in. And, you know, she did that during the pandemic. And it's a pretty impactful story. What's up, Mr. Seth? See, that was the problem with Gunn, and probably why you'll never see Gunn again. Because it didn't really, although there's so many good parts of Gunn, I loved it. It didn't handle the Indigenous issue appropriately. Like, and that doesn't mean you can't have terrible racist kill. Like, I know that sounds bad. Was there racism then? Absolutely. Not like I want to see it go overboard, but it's always a good story element to see those guys get theirs and get, you know. Like, there's a dude in this. Who's the racist? Is it a professor? I remember there's a real racist dude in this. And who the hell is it? I just don't remember. This is why I'm playing it again. There's a new movie coming out, Killers of Flower Moon. I haven't heard of it. I'll have to check it out, Mac. Congrats to Mum Dizzle. Yeah, she's pretty great. I'll tell you, it's a little personal note. It's been a little bit stressful. She just had a, when I say just a couple months ago, had a medical emergency. Had to get emergency surgery, like some pretty serious. Like her stomach almost exploded, or, I won't go into details. It was bad. But she was, probably a couple hours away from death. But that, fast forward a few months. She's about to have her surgery reversed. All's good. Doing good. So, been a stressful time at the McDizzle lair. Wait, I could have gave my pardon letter. Yeah, I will. Let's just take a look. What's it coming out on? Is it coming out in theaters? Is it coming out on streaming? Could have used that pardon letter. Just wasted $7. My old grave digging friend. Yeah, this isn't a bad. It was $29.99 for me in Canada for this. I'm guessing that means it's $19.99 in the States. And On Dead Nightmares, the add-on, is like $9.99. Oh yeah, we can get Stagecoach, or I could just fast travel. Oh, there ain't no one there. The ambient noise. Let's see where to go next. Cinema and Apple at the same time. Do we have a, was that a stranger mission? Let's talk to the, what's the funny man saying? Oh, I know, Emily. I was quite happy. It was pretty nerve-wracking. Yeah, mentally I wouldn't have been prepared for anything. Like, it was pretty scary. Oh, we gotta see a strange man at some point. There is so much noise outside. Is there a fight? Oh no, it's just a bunch of youths. Hey, Pablo, welcome. How you doing? Oh my gosh, we're one subscriber away from 4,600. That's wild. We're gonna be at 5K pretty soon. Are you guys able to hear the audio low at least? I'm trying to balance that squeaking noise. Hold on here. Let me change this to 10. Is it still squeaky? I'm gonna hit this. It'll tell me if it's squeaky. Okay, we still get a little squeak. I'm going to change this to 5. I think it's good. I don't know. We'll have to do some more troubleshooting at some point here, but as long as we get some sound. But I'll do some additional testing. Again, this is the first time I've streamed my Xbox. I'm usually streaming on PlayStation and PC, so thank you for your patience. I just want to bring you some Red Dead 1. Nice. Let's get ourselves camping. Am I too... I thought it might have been too close to town. You need to play it on your PS3. Nice, nice. Yeah, I wish I still had one. That's where I originally played it. That said, it looks nice on Xbox. Because they actually did, like, they brought it up to 4K. And they did a couple other things. Like, if you do a comparison, I watched a comparison video last night of Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and this version. What a difference in, like, if you look at buildings and the sharpness. Huge difference. Okay, where do we actually want to go? We'll go see Nigel. I do love this. I was trying to wait myself, Mac, but it's been so long since I played through it. I've played like the first bit of it so many times on like Xenia. I had a game going on PlayStation Now, but they got rid of it. Imagine if they released... Well, it can't be for Stadia. Stadia doesn't exist anymore, Josie. They dropped that service. Like, it doesn't exist. And yes, they blow up the mobile version. Red Dead Redemption. No. I don't think it'll be the case due to a few things. You know, Take-Two taking down PC mods, saying they haven't released it on PC yet. They're about making money. They'll sell like 10 million copies of whatever they release at a bare minimum. You know, maybe that's a little over-exaggerating. Maybe I'll say they'll sell 5 to 7 million copies at a bare minimum if they release on all next-generation systems. And that's me being pretty conservative with my numbers. Realistically, I do think they would easily sell... If the Definitive Edition sold 20 million copies, I don't think it's unreasonable to say this could sell 10. Coming to mobile and web browser. Oh, people will be pissed.
Before we can attend to your particular problems, we need some extra lubricant to oil the machinery of business. And this being America, that lubricant...
But thank you for hanging out for some streaming, guys. I'm having fun. I'm going to stream this right to completion as well. After we finish this one, I'll do some testing on Xbox. This is the first time the Xbox has left the living room. Because from Xbox, you can only stream on Twitch. So I had to bring it in here, pop it on the computer in the Elgato. But definitely needs a bit more testing for the audio. That's a smart idea, Josie. I don't pre-order anything. No, I agree. This is such a nice way to revisit it, because on PlayStation, I remember having a blast with it, but I remember it being kind of buggy. So to revisit it again with these are probably the crispest visuals of it, minus like a souped up computer with Xenia and dealing with all the buggy crap with that. It's tough to imagine it looking any better, except if it was in the Red Dead 2's kind of world with visuals. So it's kind of like, unless they do that, how do you make it look better? We'll go for the ride.
Seth is an interesting fellow, is he not?
I wouldn't say interested, more deeply disturbed. I can see why you two get along.
I see the good in everybody, John. It's a flaw of mine. I have a soft spot for life's flotsam and jetsam.
Connection with him more like. You and Seth have a lot in common. Both rob people for one. Mind you, at least he waits until they're dead.
Ah, my dear boy. Nobody is more critical of drinkers than a drunk who's mended his ways.
What are you talking about?
Come on now, John. I've heard about you. You spent your life robbing people. It's a little inappropriate to be taking the moral high ground now.
They're all so judgy of me.
You can put a gun in their face.
Whatever helps you sleep easily at night.
We stole from those who had too much. Tried to give to those who had too little.
A Robin Hood with spurs. How romantic. You expect us to
Little fact that you found about Red Dead and Red Dead Online. If you go to the settings, change the HDR settings to game, then clock up to 1100. Change. I'm going to have to copy and paste this and look at it again. That's something I want to do more on my PC is mess with the graphics.
My boy, you need to start appreciating your friends more. Folks around here don't see you as any different from their way of
Then clock. If you go to the display, interesting. Okay, so it's not on PC. You're talking about on PS5 and Xbox, but I don't have a. I've got a Series S.
Seth can help you. It's business,
I'm gonna try that then.
nothing less. There's no need to make it quite so personal.
Suits me.
Thinking of pulling the trigger pretty soon, Mac? Mine came in an unexpected day. I was in trouble, man. I went down to buy an air conditioner. And I talked to my wife about this. I said, look, what happens if I see a PS5 randomly? And she's like, you're not going to. And this is when there was none of them. And I saw a guy buy, like, with one of them in his hands. I'm like, and I get to the cash being like, hey, you guys don't have any of these. They're like, 2 just came in on a truck. So I had to get that. The air conditioner I had to wait till the next day because I had the money, but you get these old bank card limits where you can only take out like $1,000 a day or something. Whatever it was over the amount I could take out during a day. So man, it was a long ride home. Oh shit, Josie, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Sounds like fun.
That's cool, man. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we're gonna give Josie the old blue wrench too. Welcome to the chat of moderators. Get that fancy blue wrench. The good thing is you don't really have to do anything. We don't really have any problems. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try that a little later on. I got the PlayStation out in the living room now, so I'll get a good look on the nice TV. Totally get you. Yeah, for exclusives, there's not a lot for exclusives, but if there's games that you've enjoyed on PS4 that you want to see kind of chance to play an upgraded version of them, it's great. I'd say, you know, I spent so much time playing Final Fantasy 16. I really enjoyed that for an exclusive. I've enjoyed that exclusive. Hey, that's awesome, Josie. Good job, buddy. If I end up making a video on it, don't you worry. I'll give you a big shout out. I forgot all about this mission. I love how, like, the people are there cheering and stuff. Add some good ambience. Shooting other racers? Okay, that's fine. We won't shoot them. The horse stamina is something to get used to. Oh, there's... Oh no! I know, right? I don't like the way they did the horse races in Red Dead Online. Like, I actually enjoyed all the racing in this, from even the first ones you do with Bonnie. One thing I could see that would be pretty cool in this is improved audio. When I say improved audio, one thing I really appreciated about Red Dead 2... Fuck. Well, at least I'm not 7th. Is, like, if you're close to someone, it feels like you're close to someone talking. If you're not, it feels like you're far away. It didn't feel like that quite as much in this. So, again, woo! Just minor differences. But yeah, it's... Whatever they do, I hope it's a big improvement on already a really good game. Like, it'd be great to see the best of both worlds. Because the pace of Red Dead 1 feels different as well. It feels faster. Like, do they want to lose that kind of pace? Do they want that pace to be more like Red Dead 2? Maybe they do, and maybe that would be a big hit. Is my goal to be in first or second good? Yeah, I know what you mean, Josie. I think it's I think the quality of the voices are good. I think it's just like audio mixing and audio technology in games probably improved. Like the way distance works and things like that. I don't know, I'm just guessing. But I definitely can tell the difference in Red Dead 2. Hey, Roasty, how you doing, my dude? Give the pug a big hug from you. I will. He's having a snooze. He's sleeping. I've got the big black dog in here though. I got Opie. He's snoozing in his crate. I didn't put him in there. He wants to have a nap. I always thought a cool role in Red Dead Online would have been like a snake oil salesman, where you get like herbs and shit and make things to sell to people. I just don't know what it would look like, but it'd be kind of fun. Like you make potions and have to go into town and sell them. Oh yeah, I hope all the American folks enjoy the 4th of July. Well, thank you, Nigel.
Well done, sir. Well done. Having you as a ringer has netted us a fine profit.
We seem to be wasting time, old man.
Oh, patience, my friend. The Trojan horse cannot run before it can walk, if you'll forgive the metaphor. Next, we need to procure some grand and overwhelming firepower. And for that, you need to contact
Some overwhelming firepower.
Irish. Yes, he's an interesting kind of fellow. He usually can be found in Armadillo or some other town around here on some bacchanalian revel or such.
Great. An alcoholic arms dealer.
What could be better?
Did I get $3 from that? He ain't gonna take me nowhere for $3. Oh, my famous greenhorn. Okay, let's see where we want to go to next. Okay, we got Irish around Armadillo. Where's Seth at? Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Let's go see Bonnie. I mean, I didn't need to do that. I could have just I have a treasure map I can get too. Hell, maybe we'll find a Sasquatch. Oh, where the hell am I? Oh, I'm at Ridgewood. Spend my $3. Man, money must be a bit more of a struggle in this game. You know, in Red Dead 2, you just kind of naturally come across it. I'm sure I'll get rich before noon. Oh, thank you. I just had a plate of pepperoni brought to me. Well, nothing like fried pepperoni. Nutritious, delicious. Neither of those things, but tasty. I guess it would be delicious then. We'll go see Miss Bonnie. See what Lady McFarlane's up to. Oh no, who can help Bonnie?
So what do you suggest, Amos? We leave the herd out there to be scattered by the storm and ourselves left here to die without a livelihood?
Can I help?
No, miss. If the men get caught out in that storm, they're gonna die.
And if we lose our herd, we'll all die.
I'm confused, it's a storm.
Much of a choice then. Come on, Amos. Round up your
They ain't gonna die, they'd be fine. I mean, could have been a bad storm though.
Let's get going before the weather gets any worse.
Let's go round these guys up.
Let's guide up. Look out! It's slippery. Are you a religious man?
Not in any real sense. Sometimes I tell myself things happen for a reason. Like what brought me here was fate come a-calling. But nobody made my path but me.
Hurry, Mr. Marston. The storm's getting worse. Don't ride off. It's closing in fast.
So where are we getting? Cattle? I think we're getting cattle. What a life that would have been though. What a life. It'd be hard friggin' work. Like again, I spent a lot of my youth at like summer camp, which is funny, like every summer, all summer. And there wasn't cattle, but it was all, oh shit, I gotta get my horse. It was all horsemanship stuff. So yeah, I rode from when I was like 5 till I was 20. And even taking care of horses, man, that's a lot of work. Like anyone says they want a pony, huge amount of work. Like grooming's like a daily thing. You need your curry combs, your hoof picks. Did some burgers with the family, nice.
I haven't seen a storm like this for a while. We need to be quick.
Where's this guy going? Get over here. Go back to your family. Or we just make some burgers right here out of these guys. Oh, we got another one. Bonnie? Oh, we've got them almost there. Burgers would be good, but this deep fried pepperoni's doing good. Stupid cattle. Hey! I stopped y'all! You stupid cattle! Well, we lost a couple. Okay, do I want to try to get him? Oh my god, this idiot. Well, Bonnie, I hope you're ready to go hungry this winter. What are you in the mood for, Mac, or what's accessible to you?
Are you gonna help me with these stragglers? The weather's getting ugly.
Stupid cows. Did we get all 14 back? I think we did. Nice. Beans or pizza? Beans by themselves? I mean, depends on the beans. If you got a good baked bean, yeah. But if it's an old can of Heinz beans and wieners, I'd probably go for the pizza. I thought that too for a moment, Whale Shark. And then I put that thought deep back where it came from. What do y'all think about pineapple and pizza? Fans? Not fans? Oh yeah, I love a good baked bean, like with barbecue. Pasta Alfredo with sausage, Whale Shark. Nice. Yeah, Alfredo's probably my favorite pasta. My favorite sauce, anyways. I enjoy a good carbonara, too, though. But I love me a good pasta. Where do you live, Mac? Pineapple pizza's called Pizza Hawaii. Yeah, same deal here. Usually has like pizza, pineapple ham, and mushrooms. I wish I liked mushrooms. My wife loves mushrooms. I can't handle mushrooms. It's weird. I like the flavor, but it's like the texture just kind of gets me. But I like ham and pineapple a lot. Or we got our local pizza here, the Donair pizza, which is like, if you've had like gyros before, like Greek gyros, it's like the thin, stripped, spicy beef. It spins in a wheel, gets sliced and often put in a pita, but sometimes it's on a pizza. Yeah, same, Mac. I like most pizzas too. The only pizzas I don't like is like, I don't like when you have like 7 or 8 ingredients. Like, I'm pretty minimalist with my pizza. I'm like 3 to 4 ingredients max. Anything else, I'm like, this is a mess. like beans. Let's open up our camp. Let's head to Armadillo. This pepperoni had some kick. Here, we'll go to Armadillo. It's nice to be playing this game, though, without a break in my PC. So, yeah, for whatever reason, when I launched it on Xenia, and it could have been... Xenia is complicated because you have the emulator and you can load the game up. But there's a whole bunch of settings in, like, a notepad file that you have to mess with. Oh, yeah, I remember my mushroom days. I almost thought about getting some recently, just for some fun. I haven't messed with that since high school. We used to put them in Reese's peanut butter cups. Thank you, ma'am. John, stop giving your moral lessons out there. Yeah, pepperoni and peppers, yeah. Oh, the end result is very funny. I remember I saw a dresser float on mushrooms when I was a kid. Not when I was a kid, but when I was like, 18, 19. I wasn't like 7 gobbling down mushrooms. But I saw something float. What do we got here? Is there a newspaper, kid? Can you buy newspapers here? Let's take a look at the map. I know you can see movies. Oh, there is a newspaper seller. I figured that's what it was. Let's see what the paper's saying. Oh, no. I don't want to fight you, sir. I want your newspaper. Huh. The way they do the paper is a little different. So we get the Williamson Gang, Reign of Terror. Fucking Bill. You know, it's so tough to take Bill seriously after playing Red Dead 2, because he's, like, such an idiot. Oh, they talk about Dutch not being seen in some years. Okay. Was it this guy? No. Tumbleweed Haunted. Tobacco fights tuberculosis. Okay, do we get anyone in town here? I think we do. Oh yeah, whoever this guy is, Irish. Huh? Well, I don't know why that did that. But whatever they release, they've got some tactical stuff to do. Because I've run into so many, like, even yesterday, like, I was up on a balcony and a lady was there and she was just floating and... That's not a mushroom thing, that's a Red Dead thing.
Yes, boyo, you messed up properly this time, didn't you? You little paddy bastard. You thieving Nick Cannon. You got it all wrong, Welsh. All wrong. It was French, I promise. He said he was going to rip you off. Now he's ripping me off. Here, keep on talking.
I noticed that everyone in Red Dead 1 has the yokel tooth style from Red Dead Online. Or the hayseed.
Fuck off, boyo. This don't concern you.
When a man with a sing-song voice tells me to fuck off, it always concerns me, boyo.
Hearing John Marston say boyo.
This petty bastard stole our gun. Tried to steal our horse. Law's clear on the matter. I never stole nothing, sir. Never did. Not in all my life. That French cunt is playing with the Welshman's tiny and ineffective mind. Hush your mouth.
Anyway, you all got horses now. No one needs to die. Leave him be.
Who do you think you are, boyo? The bloody cavalry?
Boys, you're really starting to get on my nerves, boyo.
And you're getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna get up.
Don't be shy now. I don't fight.
Mr. Nigel West Dickinson, you helped me locate a machine gun. And since I just saved your life,
Oh, I can't thank you enough for taking care of those two degenerates. Untrustworthy, poor in personal hygiene, lacking in the finer qualities of a gentleman.
what about the gun?
It'd be my pleasure. She's magnificent, government issue. It'll be a bit of a ride, but we'll get there soon enough.
Well, let's get a machine gun. And I'll also say, here's a tough argument. God, the music in Red Dead 1 is good. Like, let's say you think of, in Red Dead 2, you got, I think there's 3 scenes I can think of, where the music's kind of really impactful. You got Unshaken. I mean, there's more than that, but the big ones I think of are Unshaken. House Building Song is one. And Arthur's Last Ride. The ones I can think of off the top of my head here that are pretty impactful and add to the gaming experience is Far Away as You're Going to Mexico. And one that I saw a clip of recently that I forgot about is when John kind of is just going to go home to see Abigail, is Compass. That's such a good song.
Made the mistake of saving his life. Getting to be a bad habit of mine.
But again, Red Dead 2's music's great. Hey, game of the year for music for me so far, Final Fantasy 16. Exceptional. That's me plugging Final Fantasy again because I really enjoyed it. I played that for like... It took me about 60 hours to finish it. I didn't complete all the side quests. I played every Final Fantasy game. Everyone's different. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. You know, as a kid, I didn't mind the turn-based battles. As an adult, I didn't enjoy them as much. So, playing a Final Fantasy that played more like Devil May Cry was a lot of fun. And if gaming, music, and audio is something you're into, yeah, you're in for a ride with that one.
Irish, I've met enough men like you to last me a lifetime.
Like, I don't think there's a way that doesn't win, like, some sort of sound award of the year.
You can make good work of those fellas if they give you trouble. One's stored just inside that shack.
What about you helping me out?
I'm from the ridge. I'm better from long range. It'll be a piece of cake, fella. Trust me.
Let's go, Irish. Oh, Lake Don Julio.
What the hell do you want? What the hell? Take them down.
Oh, shit. I gotta get a rock to go behind.
Jump criminals, are you?
Oh, there's one. Good old Deadeye. Did I actually get him? It did. Oh, shit. Get behind that rock, John. I should probably get a better repeater at some point because I just got the... No, I got the Winchester, which is the Lancaster, isn't it? Nice. You know, I should loot these fools because my ass is broke.
If it ain't me, it's someone else.
Horse pills, are they for me or the horse? Do they fix the horse or do they make me more horse-like?
You're mine now, you dumb bastard.
Big scary guy coming out of there.
It's not here. That flying sack of shit.
Is there anything in here? No chimneys to search, is there? Hey, I'll take the shotgun ammo. Okay, where's old Irish at? Jesus. Okay. Can I set up camp around here yet? Alright, let's get ourselves to... I love that you can travel to a waypoint and not just like Armadillo or Tumbleweed. Happy friggin' Wednesday though, everyone. Here eating some pepperoni, drinking some coffee, enjoying some Red Dead on Xbox Series S. It looks fantastic. Like, this place looks so much bigger than it does in Red Dead 1. So much more going on. Or than Red Dead 2, I mean. This guy.
I see you. Get away from me.
Right here. Where's that machine gun, Irish?
Oh, Mr. Marston. I found one.
Found us one, Irish. We're in this together. You, me, and an assault on Fort Mercer. I'm the guy that saved you from getting killed back there, and who you owe your life to, remember?
Not really. Happens to me all the time.
You don't want it to happen to you again, do you, Irish?
No, friend.
Do you got a cousin named Sean?
Buy you a drink. I want to tell you how much she means to me, how special she is.
And I want to tell you that if you don't produce a Gatling gun within the hour, you'll wish you'd been killed back there.
It's the whiskey, sir. It gives me the memory of a newborn day. Isn't it?
Rio asks, hey, I know you're supposed to go to Toronto way back. Not sure if you got the opportunity to do so. No, I got, funny enough. So I was meant to go to Toronto for a, I was a training manager. We were launching a new program. And we were trying to decide whether I should go or not. And I was leaning on I don't really need to. Not that I'm against it, but it just wouldn't have been necessary. But it's all got moot. I got laid off even before the program launched because our company lost a client they had for 17 years. Probably represented 30% of their profit. So I was one of like 200 people that were let go. It was awesome. I had a team of 7 trainers and instructional designers. So I basically had to stick around for 3 weeks and transition my stuff to somebody else and guide my team through this change where they're not getting laid off, but their bosses. It sucked ass. But yeah, it was for work. And now I'm kind of on the job hunt, doing some courses, applying for jobs. I've had I don't want to say 3 interviews. I've had interviews with 3 organizations that have gone 2 or more interviews, but I haven't been successful yet. So keep hustling is what I'm doing. And trying to get some more certifications in my trade, which is training and instructional design. And instructional design's big. It's like, you got the graphic design competency, but then you have adult learning fundamentals, adult learning methodologies, ways to display information in an effective and engaging manner. So that's kind of what I did. I led a team to do that for a number of clients. And now, I play video games on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. I did that before too. But I tell you, one thing that isn't talked about enough is the psychological impact of being laid off. It's, I'm fortunate. I'm still getting paid the exact same amount until the end of October. If I get another job before then, I get a good payout. So that's why I'm trying to find another job. That said, getting rejected and being told like, hey, you know what? We're eliminating your job. We don't think you're important enough to the organization, even though you're like 12 years of contributions and all the things you did. It's tough. and then you add that onto the job application process. I don't wish it on anyone. And it's a big difference. I lost my job. I got laid off before when I was... Well, I would say when I was, but it would have been 2010. I was living in America and lost my job. I was all alone in another country. Had to make my way home legally because my visa would have run out. But it was different then because I was just like, I'll get an entry-level job. Right now, if I took an entry-level job, I would instantly lose piles of money. Not just because I was making more, because currently I'm making reasonable money without working. And I need to find something that's in that ballpark. Otherwise, I'll just immediately start making a lot less money and life would be a lot more challenging. And when I say good money, I mean, I think I was making like 60 grand a year Canadian, so it's not like it's great, but it was good. But I worked for it. I worked hard. Oh, shit. But yeah, understated the actual impact of that shit. Where you worked, every 6 months they laid people off. You never know what the criteria was. It went on for years. Yeah. And the less protections you have for employers or employees, the more that shit happens and the less they get over it. Like, if I was in America and this happened, I'd be fucked. But because two things, Canada labor laws, but also my company exceeded that. Like, they literally only had to give me, I want to say, due to my tenure, probably 6 weeks of pay. And they're giving me like 6 months. So, I try to think of my scenario and think that, hey, it could be a lot worse. Oh shit, I don't want to die. Where's this fool? Oh, I need to find something to hide behind. A rock. A rock, not I rock. Oh yeah, I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping so. Appreciate that. I'll tell you, the hardest thing is, I'll say it's the rejection, sort of. Kind of like, I've applied for jobs. I've gotten a number of interviews. I have no problem getting bested by someone. Maybe someone has more experience. But I've got a lot of experience, so it's tough for me to sometimes to wrap my head around it. I've been doing the same thing for 20 years. Not with the same company. But, there's things that I don't have. Like, there's a couple certifications, and that's what I'm working for right now. It's, what I'm working on right now, it's a Learning Experience Design Certificate. And, I got a good program that I can afford. YouTube definitely helps with that. So appreciate the members, appreciate the super chats, the watch ad revenue. All that stuff is super helpful. Let's do some looting. But the YouTube money-wise, you can make crazy money. And, I don't know if it's from streaming necessarily. I just like streaming. I like hanging out with people. But the money I make on YouTube would be from videos. Like, when I say money, I can give you pretty much a breakdown because I like the analytics side. About 80% is from videos, and about 30% is from fan funding, like memberships and things like that. 100% Whale Shark. I had trouble not taking this one personally. It was really tough. And, I made it pretty clear to them. You should have saw my last meeting. So, my boss wanted to have a meeting with my team and be like, let's let Omar know how... Omar. My name's Omar, by the way. Hey, guys. But let's let him know how grateful, we are for him. And they're like, it'll be a big loss. I'm like, you're right. It will be a big loss. Like, I was pretty cocky. But I definitely took it very personally. They didn't have to lay me off. Like, they lost a big client. That said, I didn't exclusively work for that client. They eliminated my role. So that was tough not to take personally. Like, okay, you're basically saying, like, the services I've offered that I've done for the last decade, you don't want to pay for it no more. And that hurts after, like, if it was a year or two, totally. But after, 10 plus, man, it hurts. But you are right, man. You have to. There's things I've kind of taken into account. There's plenty of incredibly talented people that have been laid off. You can't control other people's perception sometimes, and so forth, and you can only work with what you got, right? But yeah, honestly, man, those words mean a lot because it is something that I took very personally, and I work from home. Since the pandemic, this is a big part of my social life. I have no shame in saying that. Me and my wife, we go out, we go on hikes with friends, things like that, but I have nothing close to the social life I would have had pre-pandemic. Oh yeah, with Amazon partnerships and affiliates. I know tutorial videos and things. You may have noticed I've done a couple Cyberpunk Money Glitch videos, just a few. People keep watching them, and they make ridiculous money. Ridiculous money. And that comes, and that's an example of being able to leverage some existing skills, because I said, I've worked in instructional design and training. I've made tutorials for, like, huge clients, such as, Cisco Systems, who else, some major Canadian newspapers, like some big brands. So applying that to tutorial videos on YouTube. Like, I have one video that's made, hit 120,000 views, and in total amount that's over some months, but that's like $500, like, which is wild. If you have a video with if you have a 3-minute video with 1 million views, depending on a couple factors, you're looking at about $5,000. That's wild. Like, I love streaming. I love playing games with people. Hanging out, talking games, all that stuff. But would I want to stream 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? I don't think so. I can handle streaming, like, 3 to 5 days a week. But I wouldn't want to do it full time. I don't have the ego for it. I just don't. I enjoy it. But, man, I've seen some streamers that are just such complete assholes. And their total goal is to just kind of, extract fan funding from people. And that's how they want to survive. I want to make money digitally. And, some of that comes from memberships and so forth. And that channel support is super appreciated. I think I have 18 to 20 members that I'm super grateful for. Mac being one of them, a few other folks. The occasional super chat, that type of stuff's awesome. But people work hard for the money. And how they choose to spend it, cool, that's up to them. But I'm giving this to people for free. And when I see people on, like, a service like Twitch or Kick, just kind of really pushing people and trying to gamify the money people spend. Oh, 100%. I get you. And that's something I've thought about for so much, Rio. Is like, why me? Why does this person still have a job? I'm better than them. Like, I mean, that sounds cocky, but those are the type of kind of immediate thoughts that end up going through the noggin. I mean, the thing I've kind of settled with is that, they didn't want to invest in as much into training. Where the hell is this telling me to go? What mission am I on? Okay. Makes sense? Into the mines. The children yearn for the mines. But I appreciate the kind words. It's definitely something of a struggle, when it happens when you're in the office, you got your people to talk to and things like that. I mean, I've been working at home since 2010. 2020. So I use the winch. Probably open something up here. Is that it down there? There we go. We're good. We made it. Oh. We didn't make it. That was not the way into the mines? Well, okay. We're in the mines. How am I doing for shotgun? Oh, I'm doing good for shotgun ammo. Love a good shoddy. You know, it's like that song, you know. Shoddy, it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. See, other things that could be improved. Fire. I mean, don't get me wrong, this don't look bad. Yeah, politics and unfortunately will always play a part in the circumstances. Yeah. I agree. I agree. You know, I get along very well with folks. And there was big surprises. Like, people were quite shocked when they're like, what? They let you go? Or they not let you go, but laid you off? I mean, call it what you want. I mean, the only difference between this and being fired is that I get a good severance. And that's a pretty significant difference. And again, it wasn't just me affected. Like, everyone that was on a specific project was affected. And I wasn't even the longest tenured person there. There was a guy that was there 20 years, one of the support guys in reporting that was let go. Oh, yeah, like, I know the end result, it'll work out. It's just getting there. It's just getting there. You know, the hundreds of applications, you know, the consistent, you know, going through the process of rejection until something comes good. It's hard on a dude, I will say that. And you got to have some strong will, because I don't know what I do. If I was trying to do this 10 years ago, I don't know mentally. It's not like I was in a bad place. I was just less mature. I would find this very hard to kind of get the perspective. And to put into perspective that, you know, everything's got to be cool. I can do that now. But man, it definitely makes me feel for anyone in the same situation. I feel so far away from my shotgun, but I mean, guess it's doing the job. Are you hiding? And I think like the body damage would be better. Did it actually shoot this guy's head off? Because I got him right in the noggin. Yeah, like I want to see his arm fly off or get like blown to pieces like in Red Dead. Oh, is he still alive? I do like at how good they are at like shooting off after they're dead. They'll get a quick shot and then, or you'll kill them and then they'll get a quick shot in the air as they go down. I think that's pretty cool, neat effect. But yeah, it's definitely uncharted territory for me. And when I say uncharted, you know, I went through it, you know, in 2010. That's when I got laid off. I was living in America. And they had a reduction in force. So I had to figure out, okay, I'm in a different country. I've got to sell all my shit. And move back home. Thankfully, my parents were actually visiting at the time. So they helped me kind of get everything set away. You know, came home, lived with them for a bit. But now, you know, life's different. I'm married, all that good stuff. No kids, but, you know, married. But yeah, it'll work out, man. I'm confident it will. It just, you know, doing all the right things. I'm learning a whole lot through this course, which is good. It's not just, it's a combination of, like, I guess, certificate, but you also learn how to set up your own kind of consulting business with it. So it's about, you know, you build a portfolio in a similar way as a graphic designer, except in building a portfolio of courses around customer service, some tech support stuff, using some somewhat complicated tools such as Storyline, Captivate. One thing that is upping my game on, though, is the whole graphic design game. I can make some pretty cool thumbnails now, which is neat. So it's saying push the minecart to the shaft room. I mean, is there anyone to shoot? Oh, okay. Can I jump on? Does it have to go down a little hill or something? Nice. What's up, Irish? Oh, hit my mic by mistake. We're going to be wrapping her up in a few, though. I'm going to go, wife is on lunch in 10 minutes. She got herself a new job. And hang out with her for a bit. Have a little snack. Had this pepperoni. It's giving me the taste for more. But we'll stick around for another 5 or so. And maybe we'll be back on later. I'm really enjoying playing Red Dead and hanging out. It's one of those games where it's just like, I want to keep going. Okay. We'll do this, though, first. Hop on, Johnny boy. Yeah, she's digging it. Did we do this at all in Red Dead 2? Anything with minecarts? I don't remember.
Let's go. A short wee ride now, and we'll have this executive peacemaker delivered to Old West Ticket.
Just make sure it doesn't fall off on the way.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get some food here in a little bit. But yeah, this is where I'll wrap things up for now. I might be back on later, though. I don't know. I'm going to take a look at... with my course, there's some... I don't know what you call them. Meetings I have to attend, and they're a weird hour, so I got to see what those are today. Working on some portfolio items, but this is a nice reprise from it. A nice respite, or whatever the word might be. But thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to do some testing, too, see if we get the audio to a better place on Xbox. Again, first Xbox stream. Thanks for hanging out with it. It was nice to play some more Red Dead, and we'll kind of continue it on a little bit later. Take it easy, Mac. Take it easy, Whale Shark. Rio. Anyone else that might be in here, appreciate yous. And if you're new here, give that old subscribe a smash. We need one more subscriber to hit 4,600. We'll hit it either way, but just calling that out. Hey, no worries, Rio. Always good to chat. And Emily, if you're still kicking around. Always down for chatting, folks.